in your views, what are the things that you feel are within women's own control in when they are empowering themselves, right? I mean, not everything can come from external sources. They need to step up and they need to, motivate themselves as well. So if you could a little bit share some of your thoughts on that.
I will speak in the context of where I am because I only know Singapore, Southeast Asia, North Asia, and so in that context, for myself, we need to forget that we are disadvantaged or we are women. It's not about that. It's about what can you do. If you need help, ask. If you need to invest in yourself in terms of learning, do it. Don't wait for a bank to invest in you. If you need to talk to someone, ask. And don't be so self-conscious. We in this sense, we put up a LinkedIn article on imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome basically means that you feel that you are an imposter even though you're doing very well, because you're very concerned about being called out. And imposter syndrome happens to overachievers. I would say that everyone in the room who is in finance are all typically overachievers. Then we fear that someone will call us out on something that we're not very good in. So we need to, we tend to be a bit more sensitive about this as a woman. So we need to be less self-conscious about it. It's just a beginning. Just start with that. And then the rest will just fall in place.
Yeah, how nicely you've put it. I think so true. I mean, I think that sometimes we put too much burden on ourselves. It's a perception. And sometimes, of course, it's from external. But, I think we need to primarily focus on our own efforts, what we can do to help ourselves. Because, that has to be the primary source. And that's why, again, I'm repeating that. That's why I think knowledge is something that remains with you. And that's I think that's one of the best investment that you can do, for empowering and for many other things. Take one more question for today. So the last question is, you said people who are overachievers are likely to be victims to imposter syndrome. Is it possible that this very factor can also hold them back from reaching their full potential?
Of course, most certainly. I'm a good example of an overachiever who had imposter syndrome issues in the past. And while I was at the peak of my career, I wasn't confident inside that I was as good as what people saw me to be. And that hindered me from achieving even more. Fast forward today, I have been able to speak to you, Shahnaz. I've been able to reach out. I've put out articles, collaborated articles, let's say even in Korea, because I finally saw my own self-worth. I could see what others see of me. It wasn't an arrogant way, but to acknowledge that, yes, I'm as good as that. I will fall. I will also get up again. And it's okay. And if you have that kind of mindset, you become very open and you start seeing areas that you may not be able to see, and you get creative. You'll be able to think out of the box, and that's how you move yourself to do much more than what you are looking at today.
So true. Thank you. I'll just share a comment one of the audiences shared that, her elder sister is also suffering from cancer, and she will convey your inspirational messages to her. So I just wanted to share that.